All right, guys, we're back. Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 1. And I was a little disappointed. I thought that they could have at least um, completed at least one wedding during that episode, but they left us hanging at the end. So we'll have to get the rest of the story during the next episode. So we've got our couples. We've got Shaq and Kirsten. And I have down here for Shaq, he's tired of being alone. And we praying that he's not a crier like Justin. And I got Kirsten as Miss Picky. She said she pick at everything. She pick at her food. She just picky. Picky about her clothes, picky about the men she date. She's going to be interesting. And I have Dominique. I've got that she's a mama's girl. She talked to her mama all the time. I had a cousin like that. When her and her mama, they was like joined at the hip. It's really kind of weird when you see it. But she's young, so we're all concerned that maybe, she's not ready, for the process. So we'll have to see. Mac, I think that they seem like they may be well matched. I got Weed Man down here for him. He was in cannabis when he was in Michigan. And he moved down to Nashville where they don't have it. So he's doing something new as far as work is concerned. And he considers himself a dreamer and an entrepreneur. And he's really focused on wanting his wife, to be happy, which I thought was really good. So then you got Nicole and Chris. Nicole, she is a lot. I like that she knows that she's a lot. And she's cool with, she understands that everybody may not be able to get down, with her energy. So she's planning to give her husband a safe word so that if he needs a break, if it's just a little bit too much, then he can say pineapple, and then she can, let him have his space and decompress so that they can come back together later. And she considers herself a full-blooded Italian. FBI, who was that? Dominique said that she was using an acronym too. She was like NGO. Girls Night Out, GNO. Yeah, so got two acronyms, going on here. And Chris, I have Mr. Nice Guy. That's what they called him, on the show. That's his little moniker. He seems really cool. He lost part of his finger in an accident. So I think that always builds character. Because that's a part of you that's no longer there, anymore. It's kind of crazy. But he seems to be dealing with it, or seems to have dealt with it, and he's really thirsty. He's like Shaq. He really wants to be married, really wants his forever person, and we'll see how they go together. Then we got Eris and Jasmine. Yeah. All I see in Eris is Isaac and Nate and Chris and just craziness. I have a strong feeling we're going to get some craziness out of this dude. Later on in the episode, the guys are talking, and I think somebody brought up, I think it was Chris who said when he found out that he got engaged, that he just deleted any dating apps, that was on his phone. And Eric said that he put his on snooze. This boy right here, this boy, he seemed to keep himself together at the bachelor party, though, so that was interesting. And then when they were talking with the guys, they were talking about sex. And Chris was saying that he hadn't had sex in over a year. And Aries was like, about 2 weeks ago, which the weddings are just a few days around the corner. So they was like, well, did you know that you would get married? And he said, no, it happened like the day before they told him. So I thought that was interesting. Jasmine, she says that she's a preacher's kid. So that's going to be really interesting, for me to watch. Because Shaq is a big religious guy. Kirsten is a religious woman. And then you have Jasmine. So I'm always interested to see, how that's going to work. And then we got Gina and Clint. So Gina owns her own salon. And she's cool with having a Mr. Mom. And so she told Cal that. And Clint is cool with being a Mr. Mom. So he's made his money. And he likes to sail. He likes to fly planes. He likes to travel and do sailing competitions, around the world. And so Gina, she spontaneously bought a ticket to Italy, and I thought that was real cool, especially for somebody, who's neck deep in her own business. So the fact that she can take that time away from her business to do that for herself kind of gives me encouragement that maybe she can, or they can, find a good work and life balance with each other. So the girls and the guys meet for the first time. Everybody's checking, each other out. Everybody thinks that Nicole is going to be the first one to have sex. Because she has been in Nashville for 2 years. And she hasn't been able to make any connections, with anybody. So she says she is ready for the honeymoon. And the girls all said that they weren't interested in consummating on the first night. And the guys was like, well, I'm ready, but it's up to her. So that was interesting. And Eric's child, he was like, oh, I might even clip that. I might even clip it and put it down there. So then they showed us scene where they're shopping for the dresses. And the only suits I think we saw was Shaq's suit. At first he got a black one, and then his students was like, because he took his mentees with him, which I thought was cute. And they was like, yeah, nah, cousin, that's just, you putting me to sleep right now. So he ended up getting this nice color green suit so he can keep his moniker of Dapper Dylan. He likes to dress well. I think he's cute. I love his smile. And he seems very humble, to me. So I actually can appreciate that, as well. So then, like I said, we had the bachelor and bachelorette parties. Everybody's talking about Dominique, child, and how flirty and young, she is. And I thought the guys, did okay. None of them seemed I don't remember any of them standing out in my mind that it was the girls this time that was doing the most. Nicole and Dominique. And Gina said that was her first time, having a stripper experience, before. And she liked it. She said it was an experience, that it was cool. And so we're looking at the wedding for Kirsten and Shaquille. So her sperm donor decided that he couldn't be bothered to take a COVID test, just a COVID test. We ain't talking about getting no vaccine. We're just saying just to get a test. And he's so stubborn that he won't even do that so he can walk his daughter down the aisle. So he got somebody else to stand in, and I don't know if I remember that person being there. I have to look for that when they show her coming down the aisle, because she looked like she was walking in there by herself. So we'll see. She was tripping a little bit when she was getting dressed because her mother was late and she couldn't get in touch with her. But then her mom showed up, so everything was cool. And Shaq's grandmother came and gave him encouragement. And I really appreciated, what she had to say, to him. And so on the after show, he said that she recently passed. So that was his last time, being able, to talk to her. And it was serendipitous that she got a chance to see him, get married before she passed away. I think he said that she had kidney problems. So just before Kirsten is getting ready to go, well, just before the bridesmaids are getting ready to go in, they ask her, well, how do we know? What kind of signal, you're going to give us in case you like him? And she said that if it's a yes, then she's going to, if it's a yes, then she's going to allow him to kiss her. And if it's a no, then she's just going to offer him, her cheek. And her girlfriend was like, girl, don't do that. And I actually kind of agree. Because what kind of wedding pictures are you going to have? You know that they're going to want y'all to kiss each other on the wedding photos. So, it would be just a good introductory, time to figure that out. If you're comfortable with, the kiss at the altar, then you can do that, in the wedding photos. But if you're not comfortable, then you'll actually have information, to say whether or not you want to do that in the wedding photos. I think it's going to be backwards if she ends up kissing him in the wedding photos and then want to kiss him at the altar. So we'll see. And then I put in that video too, scenes from next week, what's coming up. And then we see at the end of the little promo clip that he kissed her on the cheek. And you can hear her girlfriends like, oh my goodness, So when I actually might clip that too. When they had the after show and they showed that part, then Shaquille was like, it was a hot mess or something to that effect. So we'll see. I hope she's able to have an open mind. It's just really frustrating that these people decide to come on the show, and after 15 seasons of watching people be disappointed at the altar, like what was it, Alexis? It was something with Justin that was going on with him, and it was something that she hadn't asked for. As a matter of fact, she kept saying she wanted the man to be tall, she wanted to be tall, she wanted to be tall. Well, he was 6'8", and she was like, oh, well, I ain't mean that tall. Girl, are you serious right now? I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it with Kirsten, either. He has most of what she asked for. So I hope she's not going to let hair spoil, what could be, a really great opportunity, for her. And I think that that's all I have right now, because it's still early. So we'll have to see. It really kind of starts for me at the honeymoon. So I'm not sure what the video is going to be, like for next episode, either. Because the weddings, they actually can have some good information in it. Like Katina and Isaac's wedding was really interesting. Especially, oh, child, I'm not even going there. And who else was it? Katina and Isaac, Alyssa and Chris. She just shut that man down at the altar. I don't even know why she said yes. I don't even know what was going on with Alyssa. But like I said, we'll see. So this is gonna be a short video today, guys, and I'll talk to you. Talk to you next episode.